AEW returns to pay-per-view Saturday night. It's at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. It's Full Gear. And on that card is a four-way match for the tag titles. Private Party defending against the Outrunners, House of Black, and the Acclaimed, which includes my guest here today, Anthony Bowens. How you doing, man?
Oh, I am feeling pretty good. I found some good open space outside to connect to you, so I'm happy. I'm happy to talk. I'm happy to talk about Full Gear. Happy to talk about how everyone loves the Acclaim.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And about Full Gear, you know that place very well. It's in Newark, New Jersey, your hometown. Talk about how special Saturday is going to be for you to be in a pay-per-view title match in front of your hometown crowd.
It's exciting. I mean, I haven't had that kind of match or in New Jersey since 2022 when we wrestled Keith Lee and Swerve. The last time we were in New Jersey, it was kind of dramatic because Billy thought about retiring and took off his boots and he left in the ring. So it's a bit of a
Yeah.
redemption day getting back to Full Gear in New Jersey. And also we got the tag team titles on the line. Max and I have been trying to win the titles for a second time to continue making the Acclaimed one of the best tag teams to ever do in AEW. So it's a big special night. I got friends, I got family, and it's going to be there. So I'm excited.
You mentioned Billy, who you've been able to work with throughout this run. And of course, we know the history he has in the wrestling business. Talk about that experience for you to work with him. And what's the biggest thing you've learned from Billy?
Well, I don't want to give away Billy's strategies because he has taught Max and I a lot, and I don't want anybody else to know what we've learned.
Fair.
But we have learned a ton since working with Billy. He's always been an incredible resource for us, incredible source of joy and laughter, considering we usually laugh at the arena all day and all the shenanigans that goes on in the group chat. But
Yeah.
I usually call him a guiding light for the Acclaimed, and he really has been a blessing for us.
And going into Full Gear, look, there's been something that fans have noticed on AEW TV, maybe a little bit of dissension between yourself and Max Caster. What can you say about the possibility of an Acclaimed breakup? Is that something that could work?
What do you mean if something that can work? The Acclaimed are the best tag team, like I said, in the history of AEW. And Max and I, we have a lot more stuff that we need to accomplish. I'm not particularly worried about anything that's been happening. MVP can drop as many cards as he like, and Max is entitled to think about it, just like I'm entitled to think about it as well. So I am a lot more focused on making sure we get a W this Saturday at Full Gear, and I'm sure he is too.
So getting away from the drama of a potential breakup or any of that, a solo run for you, is that something that is high on the priority list to potentially pull off at some point? Is that something you think about a lot, or is it mainly just tag team stuff right now?
Like I said, right now, the Acclaimed, we're trying to make sure that we become two-time tag team champions. I mean, I don't think it's been any secret that Max and I both have singles aspirations down the road, but now isn't the time for that. We have so many more things that we need to accomplish before we even think about anything else like that.
Talking about this tag title match specifically for Full Gear, Private Party took the titles from the Young Bucks. FTR could not get in this match, and those are two teams who have kind of headlined the tag team division over the last couple of years. How important is it to have four other tag teams showcasing this division on pay-per-view?
I am really happy that we have a lot of new faces coming along in the tag team division because I still believe we have the best tag team division in the world. One might say the most elite tag team division in the world. Of course, with us at the top would be best. But a Private Party, 5 years here at AEW, they're AEW originals. They busted their ass from the beginning. I said it before on Collision. I am proud of them. They worked their butt off. But unfortunately, they got to get in the ring with us because we've actually, thinking about it, we barely even touched them. We don't
Yeah.
have much of a history here in AEW, so it should be fun to see what they can do in the ring. Same thing with the Outrunners. They've come a long way since they've come to AEW and gotten become a lot more of a threat. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. And of course, Kings of the Black Throne, they are very fierce competitors. We had their number at All in 2023 when we won the trios title. So we know what it takes to beat them. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Let's step away from wrestling for just a moment because I know you're an avid baseball guy. Actually, very recently posted a video of an awesome running catch in the outfield that you were able to pull off. Played in college. How close were you to a pursuit of a major league career in not wrestling?
Well, I played Division I baseball back in college in the Big East, and then I also once I transferred out. I went to a top Division III school. Baseball or playing pro ball was the goal at the time, and I'm very confident I would have gotten that done. Would I have become a major league all-star? I have no idea, but I do know I was talented enough to give it a run in the pro system. But not unfortunately, but fortunately, pro wrestling came along, and this worked out pretty well.
So speaking on baseball, I got to ask you, because we're in the middle of the offseason, where is Juan Soto going to sign?
I can get my hopes up and say the San Francisco Giants, but I have no idea. I hate the fact that he's meeting with the Dodgers. They're getting all these meetings with all these top free agents. I hope for the sake of baseball, they don't allow that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, Ohtani, Betts, Soto.
It'd be insane, but hopefully we haven't had a big left-handed power slugger in the base since Barry Bonds. Right. So I would love to have him in a Giants uniform.
You got that water beyond right field waiting for someone like Juan Soto to come to your team,
baby.
So where does that fandom for the Giants come from for you?
So when I was a kid, I watched the Giants play in the division series against the Mets. JT Snow hit a home run off of Armando Benitez.
Okay.
And I was just hooked. Bonds hit 73 the next year, and I always liked doing everything different than everybody else. People were always Mets fans and Yankees fans. Like, you know what? I'm going to be a fan of a team all the way across the country, and it's provided me such amazing memories as a child. So I'll always be a Giants fan.
I'm gonna forgive you for being a Giants fan because your Giants took out my Tigers in the World Series back in 2012. So I'm gonna forgive you for that for now. But yeah, no, that makes sense. But coming from New Jersey, a lot of people assume Yankees, Mets, and you go all the way to San Francisco. That's awesome.
Wait, didn't we sweep the Tigers?
Okay, look, we didn't have to go into details, bro. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. Thought about it.
And that was a year that we were supposed to like dominate that year and the next, and the Red Sox got us the next year. Let's get back into the wrestling side of things. Of course, the Scissor King, everything you guys do. Talk about the creation of that style for you guys when it comes to your characters, but also at what point did you realize it was getting so over with the crowd?
So we started experimenting more once I got hurt and I was in the wheelchair, and us and the Ass Boys decided that, hey, let's bring our then, not anymore, friendship to the screen and right. See what we can do, because we were, laughing with each other and telling jokes. It'd be great if we put this on camera. And once that dynamic got started, and then I figured out the Scissor Me Daddy Ass thing, it started to explode. And I think we knew we were onto something when, we would do the entrance when I was in the wheelchair, and then we'd start getting people yell, "Let me hear you say Ass Boys," and they would say it back to me, and I'd sitting in the chair going, "All right, this is the first time I've had command of like an entire arena," and right. They were into every second of it, and the Ass Boys played everything off perfectly because I'll give them credit, they're super entertaining. And of course, Billy being a legend to give us that respect and give us that legitimacy. I think one thing led to another, and it was just the perfect storm.
So is there a segment or music video or any, like, you guys have so much intertwined with everything you've done. Is there one that stands out to you as like the most successful, or one you're like just top of the list?
I think what really started to give us traction was Caster's Goth Face song, and we did the music video, the Jackass music video, where I dressed up as Darby, and we had Stang come in to play Stang, and it's such a fun song that Caster wrote, and that was kind of the first time we noticed people going, "Hey, these guys are fun and entertaining," and of course we put on a great series of matches with Sting and Darby, and that really helped as well. So I think that was, people were starting to come around to us, but then that was one of the things that kind of gave us a big kick in the butt.
You had a huge segment that made a lot of headlines last year, you yourself, and that is your segment with Harley Cameron in front of a live crowd on national TV, having to inform her, "Hey, by the way, I'm gay." Talk about how soon you knew that was going to take place. What was your mindset going in? How'd you feel about going out on national TV and doing that? Because that was an awesome segment.
Thank you. That was something that QT approached me with and asked if I was comfortable doing it, because he thought it would be a great idea and a great segment for visibility, and it was just fun. And I said, sure, absolutely. Like I had been waiting to do something something like that on television, but I didn't want it to be forced. I wanted it to be organic. I wanted it to be fun because that's how I like things to be.
Sure.
I don't want it to be like this big serious thing, even though it can be in certain instances. So I was like, sure, absolutely. I didn't know what the reaction was going to be. I said at the time I thought maybe I would get like a light cheer or whatever, but to have to have a full arena on their feet and then chanting that, I couldn't help but smile. Like we were all smiling in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a wholesome, fun, funny, everything you want it to be. It delivered exactly like that.
And
Last
hats
question.
off, not to cut you off, but hats off to Harley too. She's extremely talented and super
Yes.
funny. And I don't think it came across on the broadcast, but she was booed because remember that was a taped show.
Mm-hmm.
She was booed for 5 minutes straight. They cut it down for TV for I think maybe about 30 seconds or whatever it was. But we were standing there for a very long time to the point where I couldn't even hear what she was saying. So if you were in the arena that night, you witnessed something very special.
It was. And Harley's gone on over this last year. Her character work has been awesome on TV as well. I got one last question for you, and I'll let you go.
Yep.
We are called Roar Around the Ring here. So I want to ask you, in your career, whether it was for you or you were just in attendance for, what is the loudest roar or fan reaction that you've been a part of?
As a fan,
Or whether it was for you or you were just in attendance for? Well, just a crowd reaction, a
oh,
crowd
for
pop.
us, it was either it had to be either All Out 2022
Yeah.
when we were facing Keith Lee and Swerve. I believe I forgot what move I ate, but I was able to kick out and the place absolutely exploded. And
Yeah.
I was in so much pain, but I went, whoa, like I've never heard that before. And then a couple weeks later, when we won the tag titles
Yeah.
at Arthur Ashe, the place was just the ring was shaking, the building was shaking. It was insane.
Well, you guys have a chance to match that coming up Saturday. It is Full Gear, the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. You can watch it. So many different ways to watch it. Order on pay-per-view, Triller TV, ppv.com, YouTube, Dave and Buster's, so on and so forth. Anthony Bowens, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this weekend, all right?
Thank you so much. But before I go, hey, toss them up over here.